Texas Dirt Track Stars of Tomorrow podcast. I'm your host, Mike Fortier, coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas. This is a show where we interview and discuss the up-and-coming future legends of the Texas racing scene. So grab a cold one, kick back, relax, and enjoy the show. Yeah, kick back, relax, and enjoy the show. This isn't always about the kids. We've got, I'd say, a seasoned driver coming on tonight, but he's a really good fellow. We all know him. He's been around for quite some time. I know the name has some significance down this way. I'd like to, we'll talk about that as well. But just, keep in mind the purpose of the show is try to give drivers an opportunity to talk about themselves, promote themselves, promote their sponsors, and give some interesting bits of background information. So we are up to, let's see, where am I here episode wise? I think I've done, about 40 of these. So it's been a lot of fun. I've learned a lot. I've met a lot of people that I just knew about but hadn't met before. This gentleman coming up is one of them. So anyway, without any further ado, you catch us here every Thursday night, normally at 7 p.m., assuming everything goes well. So I'm going to bring this fellow on right now out of LaVernia, Texas. Jason Kelly. Hey, bud.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Jason runs late model, mostly at 37.
Yes, sir.
Been around doing some other things, but that's what you did all of last year, right? I-37. I think you ran. Looking at your stats here a little bit, I think they didn't. I don't know how many races they ran down there. Maybe 10, 8 or 10.
8 or 10, yeah, maybe 11, something like that. I didn't make too many of them because I had to get weight on my motor.
Yeah. Well, you made 5 at least.
Did I really? Dang, I didn't think I've even made that many.
Yeah. Maybe more.
I know there was a DTK, and there might have been 3 or 4 before that.
Yeah. What do you think of that class?
I like it. It's challenging, that's for sure. It's really neat whenever you get to see all the newer cars, newer than yours, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would do more with it, but that's just me as a fan and as a driver.
Well, people like that class. I mean,
yeah,
I love it. It's my favorite. I mean, to me, it's right up there. It's top of the class, top of the rung.
That's how I feel about it. It's kind of like once you're there, then what do you go to? Get a fishing boat or, yeah, there you go. You can make money doing that probably.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your background, your family. I've moved. I'm not from here. I've been in Texas for about 10 years, but so I'm just kind of getting acquainted with things a little bit. I've been at I-37 for a long time since I came down here, practically. But tell us about the Kellys.
Well, as everyone would know that probably watch your show, my dad's John Kelly. He has been racing since. Let me get the stories right. I'm sure I'll be corrected if anyone's watching this from family. But I think like in 1971, 72, they ran at Pan American Speedway. Then I guess it was the early 80s or late 70s. That's when Highway 16, the big track, opened up. They went out there and had a little bit of fun. And 80, basically early 80s, and then the ending of the 80s, he ran out there in the late models. And then I think he did All Pro in 91.
Oh way, really cool.
Yeah. So I think they said that's when like the East and West kind of joined together. So it was the best of both East and West Coast or something like that. I think it was before K&N. I'm not too sure. They went and did that with Circle Bar. So then my Uncle Robert, it was always kind of a family thing. My Uncle Frank, my Uncle Robert, my dad, the Kelly brothers, Green 57, the Shamrock.
Yep.
My Uncle Frank passed away about 4 or 5 years ago, I guess. And My Uncle Robert's still around. Him and my dad still mess with hot rods, and he's into deer hunting and hot rods now.
Both sounds like a lot of fun to me.
Yeah, he tried a little dirt. He didn't really like it too much. He crashed twice, and he was done after that. So,
Well, it's hard. You know as well as anybody else does. It's an expensive sport, and I've looked back
oh, yeah.
at cars I've owned and sponsored and whatnot. And I said, man, if I had all that money back, I'd have the slickest looking hot rod.
That's right, or something different. That's for sure.
Okay, so that's your dad, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's my dad, John Kelly.
Okay, so you're second generation. Him,
I guess it would be my brother John Jr. and then me. So I guess it would be or his son. I have an older brother John Jr. So I guess it'd be third.
Okay. What about the rest of your family? Your brother runs.
He used to. He raced. Well, back when Joe Horn owned the dirt track, we ran on Friday nights. We run there on Fridays, and they had this little deal going on on Saturdays. I think it was called the South Texas Pure Stock Series or whatever. Okay. We'd run at Highway 16 a lot with the road runners, or we'd run down in Corpus at the old bull ring. But that's my brother John Jr. He ran that. Then he ran Bombers or Pure Stock Chargers, and then he ran the Arch Truck Series.
Yep.
So now he don't do none of that no more.
Yep.
He got smart.
It's hard to get out of it once you're into it.
Yeah, you're gonna be in it in some way, shape, or form. I think, whether it's watching it or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to keep my sanity and not get as deeply involved as I have in the past. It's
you find yourself slipping though sometimes, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, it's I love the sport. I've been involved in around it all my life, and again, like I said, when I moved out here, it was like, okay, I got to find me a racetrack. Well, it wasn't that easy, and I've said this before. Tracks aren't. Well, they're well promoted, but on a percentage basis, I mean, you could ask probably 4,000 or 5,000 people where's the nearest racetrack before you got an answer out of anybody.
Yeah, and I think, and I don't know if that has more to do with everybody just promotes online. I really think that pounding the asphalt, so to speak, putting flyers out will go a long way with them people that don't know. I mean, there's people that live in Pleasanton that's I don't know about to this day, but I guess a couple of years after the track reopened, they didn't even know it was even out there.
No, it's still the case. It's still the case. I've gone around to some of the businesses down there a few years ago, handing out flyers, schedule, asking businesses to put them up, and it's like, what are you talking about? What racetrack?
Yeah, where at?
So, I think they've done I think Ray and Mike and them guys have done a pretty good job getting the word out. Now,
yeah,
I mean,
if it would have been for them, we all be racing in Corpus, not running at all, or Cotton Bowl, or even Texana.
Right. Yeah, so. It's a tough deal. So yeah, we were talking a little bit before we came on the air here about that big show at I-37 last week, the big shootout. Mm-hmm. What do you think of that?
I liked it. It was a do what?
So did I. Me too.
Oh yeah. I mean, as far as the way the show was ran, I haven't been to a whole lot of big shows. It was ran pretty good. I thought. I mean, the track was the track. I've never been privy to have perfect tracks because I do run I-37, but everybody runs on the same surface. I thought the show went really good. Actually, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it was a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm sure you could see it.
Yeah,
you could see that.
Yeah. But they pulled it off. They did a decent job. It was important, like you and I were talking. That was a very, very important race for that track, and they did it.
They did.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna have their positives and negatives. I mean, that's with anything, but I mean, they'll come down to race for that money. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, no question about that.
And the racing was good. I mean, the racing was good. They didn't have just a bunch of melee, pile them up. Sometimes at the beginning of the year, races like that are just horrible. It's like, or beginning of the year, end of the year, kind of like where everybody's trying to figure out what they're going to do.
Well, you got some some of the big boys came down for that one.
And that was cool to see too. You know,
Yeah,
that was real
and
cool to see.
that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. But yeah, they'll. My God, they traveled to Wisconsin, Nebraska, Florida. I mean, they were from all over. But that's what
There
it's
was-
all about.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's what it's all about. I hope they keep
Yeah.
it up. I hope they run another one. You know, an event like that, track can do well. You know,
Oh, yeah.
financially, they can. It's a risk. There's a lot of money on the line, a lot of risk.
Mhm.
But you know, there's a lot of positive there too if things go well. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think things went pretty well. So
I think they went really well. I mean, whenever, you know, typically even like the DTK, which is kind of a bigger show, you know, for us locally or whatever, a lot of
That's
people aren't running. You don't see that many cars on practice night. Man, there was already 70, 80 cars on a practice night, you know.
well, that's what these guys do. I mean, when they travel all the time.
That's true too.
They're going to get there and take advantage of every minute they can with track time, track prep.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that's the way them boys work. So,
And it was my wife's first race. What better race than a big show, right?
okay, yeah. Well, now tell us about that? What's she run?
She runs a factory stock, number 757. It's kind of something that's been in the make for years. You know, it's more of a what you would call a Corpus South Texas Ranch pure stock.
Pure stock, more
Because
like.
it has a stock firewall and a little on and the motor's nowhere near what Torres and all them guys have or whatever. But she did good. She's listened to the receiver, listened to the track, really well. She didn't spin out. So I mean, I've spun out. I've been racing for years, and I still spin out all the time. Tires, everything. But she did good. She did good. We're probably gonna make it a little faster for her. That way, she'll be happier longer. She wants to be faster.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she gets that first win. Whoa.
Oh,
yeah.
If she wins in that class, it'd be a big deal. I'm gonna have to quit racing myself to support her. And I had a lot of fun doing it. I mean, it was actually more fun doing that than driving. Just the amount of not anxiety, but whatever, the amount of adrenaline is about the same. And it's just more fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you have to get in a car, sit there, you can do some air pressure changes, whatever, spacers, and all right, good to go. And go watch the racing.
Yep. We were talking earlier about your car, your late model. I was telling you that I'm familiar with that car. Came down from New York State. A friend of mine had bought it up there, just bought it, and then ended up having to move. They moved down to Odessa, so he brought that car with him. Took him a few trips to get all this stuff.
Yeah, to get all the stuff. I know how that is.
He brought that with him, and I don't think he ran it any place other than I-37 there that one night you and I were talking about. And part of the right front suspension fell apart. Put him into the wall.
It was for sale, right? Then did he go there basically kind of run it and sell it?
Yeah. He was trying to figure out where that class was going to run.
Yeah.
But he did. He sold it, and he got himself into a sport mod, a pretty good one. Wicked.
Those have gotten pretty expensive too compared to what Nissan. Because I ran sport mod a long time ago too, man. It's good God, nothing's too affordable, I guess, nowadays.
No, it doesn't matter what you do. It's all relatively expensive.
Yeah.
But it's part of racing, man.
Yeah, man. What else do I spend the money on? I mean, can't take it with you whenever, you pass away or whatever.
That's right.
And everything.
I gave all mine away because
don't know what to do with it all, huh? Well, you're just supporting your local families, putting food on the table. Day Motorsports.
I did, yes.
Now about the late model thing, we were talking earlier. I just wish they would do more of it down here. I don't know if there's just not. I don't know. I don't see much difference in there being a 10,000 to win full mod or IMCA modified show compared to hell, even a $6,500 crate late model show would be pretty cool. Whenever sorry, there's a gnat flying around. Whenever Cody Hardage was running the STLMS series, late model series, he's letting crate motors and open motors whatever run. That was a good deal because he ran more. I like to run other places. The traveling is expensive, but I can't go. I'm not a front running car. I'll make the show, but Corpus and Texana or Cotton Bowl is better than going to Oklahoma or Waco or wherever else they run.
Right.
But that crate series bought out STLMS, and that kind of like took it out of the south of Texas. So
yep. No, I agree with you. I don't know why that class has a tough time making a go of it, but they do okay. I mean, it's
but they don't do 50 cars in one show. Okay,
no.
I mean,
that's right.
But
I'd love to see that class grow into something, even if it becomes a crate only class. I mean,
and that'd be fine. I mean, that'd be fine too, because it's too much to really keep track of as far as open motor, this tire, that tire,
right.
When you can do anything anyway to the car, it's just a beast. You just got to unleash it,
Right.
But like mine, I got a crate, and it's more power than any open motor I've ever had per torque per power,
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of people like them, people don't. I have issues, my own personal issues with them. A stock crate is a crate.
Well,
once it's been opened, tinkered with, resealed. That's not
yeah.
And that goes on all the time. I know.
No, I know. You're pretty much, if you buy a stock crate 604 and put in a late model, you either not asking anybody anything or nobody's telling you anything, or you're I don't know. And that's been around for a long time, even in the asphalt days when they started putting crate motors in asphalt cars. That's what they're Hamner and all them guys are doing, all that stuff.
Yeah, they're hard to manage. The track promoter series, whatever, is really got to put a lot of effort into making sure those are legal.
Yeah,
that takes a lot. It's a lot of effort. I mean, you're tracking the serial numbers back, your seals back to the block number. It's all out there. I mean, those breakaway bolts are coded.
Yeah,
unless you buy them, unless you buy them.
Yeah,
which isn't something you're supposed to do.
You're giving away information.
Yeah.
No.
But they can be. It can be enforced, and everybody's equal. Now, I like good shit, and I like the crates a lot. I do.
One way to make them even more equal, and I don't know how many people cry about which whatever, and I don't know if it really makes a shit or not, is the dual canister shocks, right? Where you can why not just put everybody on a conventional coilover setup or bump stop?
Yeah.
Make that kind of I don't know if that even help or not, really. I mean, because I don't have dual canister shocks on mine. I mean, I still got conventional coilovers. I mean, I'm thinking about taking the bump stop off the right front because it's too aggressive when the track gets real rough. I just bounce through there, bust a shock mount off.
Yeah.
So, but
very interesting. What's the significance?
And they're cheaper.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just said I think the regular conventional coilover spring setup would be cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah, that class is that's I mean, it's not unlike the modified class either. It can get expensive.
Mm-hmm.
There's some folks can make it. Some folks can do it, others can't. But that's true. That's true of every class. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, well, yeah, and I could do it too, but I would be doing nothing else. I wouldn't have any money for anything else.
Yeah. Put a little comment up here. By the way, folks, feel free to post your comments or questions.
I'm down with bombers.
Bombers. Yeah.
Yep.
Tell me what the heck a bomber was. How does that differ from a pure stock?
A bomber, I guess, would be kind of like, I guess like a Chevelle or something like that, not gutted out. Basically, you can go get a car, you put a cage, knock glass out, do whatever, put a cage kit in it yourself, not a bought car.
Gotcha.
More of a street car that you kind of put a cage in and go out there and run.
Yep. Cheaper than a sport compact, probably.
Probably so. They won't roll as often because a lot of them have like 118-inch wheelbase or something like that. I think the wheelbase is a lot longer.
Yeah. Interesting. Yep. Your car number, been in the family for a long, long time, I assume. 57.
Yes, sir. Long time, since 71, I guess, whenever my dad ran. Wow. I think I don't know the significance of the number, but there's a story to it. You have to ask him that.
Okay. All right.
But at one time it was 57 was my dad and 75 was my Uncle Pat. He also raced back at Pan American days, and he did a lot. He did a lot for me whenever I was running Friday nights at Joe Horn's track, I-37, in the pure stock, engine wise and all that.
Yep. So. Interesting. What you got in the works this season?
This season, well, the good old late model thing again. At least maybe I'll be able to make a full season, so I'm not waiting on no mechanical parts. And then the wife's factory stock, try to get that going a little bit better for her. She survived a big show. I mean, there's 22 factory stocks, I think, and that's been.
Yeah, that's what they started. Yep.
And that's more than what there's been on your normal weekend. So just it's about it. It's about all I can do.
Yeah. I know
that. My little nephew has football. Other than that, he's been running his go-kart around my parents back here, so he might get into racing pretty soon. Then we'll all have to quit, I'm sure.
Yeah. How old is he?
He's 6.
Sweet.
6. Yeah. He could actually go to the quarter midget track that they're trying to promote a little bit more online now, but man, quarter midgets are a little expensive too. I was looking at some of them.
Yeah, I was over there talking to those folks last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot going on there. It's a lot.
I'm glad it didn't get shut down, because I read I guess it was a couple of years ago or so, they were talking about having to shut it down or whatever, for whatever reason. I forget. It was a newspaper article or an online article, I believe.
Yeah, I remember that. Comanche Park.
Yep, good old Comanche Park.
Municipal owned. And I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, it's a nice little facility. They take good care of it. And I agree with you. Those cars, those little cars can get expensive too.
Oh yeah, and like even the go-kart. I wish they still had the go-karts in Pleasanton. I know I know that took a lot of time and a lot of effort to do outside of everything else going on. But then kind of cool to get like a Comanche Park asphalt thing going, and then work with them and try to get a kart race for them. See if you can, I don't know, maybe channel the series into the dirt track or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know the extent of that. Yeah. That'd have been cool.
Kind of got tough at times with the.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Along, I was wondering why they didn't just run them Friday nights or something. Just the go-karts.
Yeah. But then people would complain about that, but you can't make everybody happy.
No question about it. Well, we don't want to race Friday nights. There won't be anybody there.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like one thing that I saw, and I know every 4-cylinder driver is going to hate me for this. One thing that I saw as far as the track's concerned this past weekend is that it appeared to be it stayed smoother. Because I know a lot of the front wheel drive cars, I guess, can run like a wider 8-inch tire in Waco or something like that.
Yeah.
That would probably be a good rule for down here, but I know it'd be a cost difference for everyone that currently runs the class. It just helped the track out.
Put them on a wider tire.
Yeah, wider tire. Yeah. It's like an 8-inch tire. I'm not exactly sure what they run.
I don't really know either, but I said put them on F45s. Come on, let's go.
Go do it. Let's do it. Put a rubber L on the outside. A leaf spring that way they just bounce off of each other and get it going.
Yeah, cut your wheel wells out.
Yeah, I'd watch it.
Wouldn't those look cool though?
That would look cool. Call him an outlaw four banger or something.
Yeah.
Call him a stinger. Call him a stinger.
Yeah. It would be slick. So anyway, back to your upcoming season. You're going to run the same car.
Yes, sir.
Same deal. I-37 primarily. I mean, if they run down at Corpus, would you run with them? Would you go
Oh
down?
yeah, I wanted to go this past year, but it just everything was just didn't really align. I chunked the rear end and stuff, and just was ready for the season to be over at that point, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, I'd love to go run them Corpus. Even I don't know if they have any at in Edna or not. And I didn't see any at Cotton Bowl, but I don't recall seeing everyone's schedule yet either.
I can't say for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know.
But other than that, we got a thing going on this year called KG Motorsports. We have a YouTube page too. It shows all my good racing moments from last year and years before. I've been trying to find a lot of my older videos whenever I was running the limited late models down in Corpus and whatever, and with my cousin Trey Ocean, Patrick Kelly, and all them. But it's KG Motorsports on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, search that. Then
very good. Yeah.
So then factory stock and late model, man, and then deer season. So it's all good this year.
Yep. We got when the hell we open up here? Early March.
Yeah, early March. I'm pretty sure we're gonna make the Jamie Campbell Memorial out there too. So
yes.
I was trying to tell somebody about it earlier. I couldn't remember the damn date, so I was like, "Well, I'll send you the schedule. You know, that way they can make it out there because they'd like to go watch. You know, me and the wife both." So
yeah. I'd like to do something on this show to commemorate that too.
Yeah.
Don't know.
He's a quiet, you know, for the most part, but it's a real good dude.
Mm-hmm.
Taken for whatever reason, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
yep. Sad. Very sad.
Yep. I have one of his not the last late model that Brzezowski ran out there, but I have the purple car that he owned before that red car. An old, like a Pierce, I think if I remember correctly, it's like an old Pierce from back in the day that he ran out there, the orange and black 129.
Mm-hmm.
I got that car out here. It's probably more updated than that Rocket I have.
Well, I was gonna say, right.
It has more holes in the back anyway.
Sure it does. Who you got for sponsors? Anybody do you want to recognize here? Or
I got
helpers or
whatever? KG Motorsports is a main sponsor. You know, that's me and the wife own that business. It's a new business. We are each an employee of such too. My mom and dad, of course, helped me out a lot. You know, Long's Machine, you know, helped me out. They broke in my motor after it got redone and resealed and all that crap with my carburetor on it. JKRE Graphics threw me some money for help me get to the track. You know, kind of thing. I really don't have a whole lot of sponsors other than family here and there. You know, I've been fortunate to not really tear up too much stuff that's detrimental.
Right.
You know,
right.
If you even think I could just go to the shed and pull out one of my dad's old asphalt upper A arms and put on it, you know,
yeah.
The same length, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess that's it. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I used to have a lot more. Come to think of it.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it goes. I mean, I know.
Yeah.
Who helps you out the most or a lot?
Me and the wife do a lot on our cars. Like as far as the factory stock, it's kind of limited. As long as nothing bad happens, you know. Right. I guess I'm the mechanic and she's the driver on that one.
Gotcha.
You know, my dad will come over if I have a problem, something I can't figure out. You know, give me that old school mentality. Seems like he could just touch something and it'll start. You know, I'll mess with it for 10 hours. But yeah, me and the wife and my dad, my Uncle Robert comes around and piddles some too. Still, you know, like he always comes out during the day and I'm at work. You know, so I mean, by the time I get home, it's almost dark now. That'll
Right.
change here come March.
Right.
But not too many people, really.
Yep.
At the track, we got Stephen Boble, Crystal Boble, his wife, and then Damian Boble, their son, that helps us out at the track. You know.
Yeah. Well, good, bud. Hope you have a good season. Looking forward.
Yeah, me too. I was something different. I need a change. I need to run better. I'm getting it's getting tiresome. As far as me doing it, I've been doing it for a while, and just gets tiring after a little while,
Well, I will let my buddy know that brought that car down that you're running from New York State, that you're running it. He'll be pleased to hear that.
There's if you like I said, the YouTube channel, if you go on there or whatever, or show it to him, it's on there. It's on there.
Okay. All right, bud. Listen, I try to keep this to about a half an hour, and I think that's about where we're at. Yeah. So,
well, if I had a couple more mixed drinks, I'd have talked to you for another hour, but
you're welcome to anytime you want. Maybe we'll get your wife on here after she's run a few.
Yeah. Do you want to talk to her? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'll love.
We can.
She's cooking right now. She's cooking. If you want to schedule it, just let me know and we'll get her on here too.
Okay. All right. You mentioned just want to get this plug out there, but you mentioned the San Antonio, the quarter midget racers. That those kids out there, I'm going to try to start getting them on this show. I mean, it's perfect for them.
That is perfect. It'd be really good. And even for, I think it's what, LSQMA, right? Something like that. That would be really good for them and good for, I mean, even there's a young up-and-comer, too. I'm sure you see him, Blaine Margraf.
Oh, yeah, I know Blaine. I mean, he's been on this show.
Okay. I thought I saw one on there, man, but it's like my news feed, there's so much crap that comes on there.
I know.
If I don't, it gets covered up. But, yeah, he's real good, too. I mean, he's up-and-coming.
He is.
I'm kind of a has-been already. You know what I mean?
I know. Well, I'm trying to bring you back, but trying to start over or whatever. No.
Yeah.
But no, there's some kids that would be perfect. One of my early guests was 12-year-old Jude Algar. Jude the dude, and he runs the micro sprint 600s.
Oh, really?
All over the Midwest. He was Kenny Wallace put a promo video out there backing this kid at 12 years old.
Yeah,
amazing guest. The kid was just amazing. So that's the kind of thing I'm looking to do, and I need to focus a lot on that. That's the purpose of this.
Well, yeah.
So, all right, buddy.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it too. Have a good evening. We'll see you down at 37.
Oh yeah. Hopefully I'll make the tech pad. That's all I shoot for these days.
Yeah. I hear you. They're taking the top 15. I heard this year. So
they're good. I'll be in it every time. Then as long as we have 15 cars.
Yeah. I'll transfer and I'll tech. Right? No.
Yeah. Right. Have to. We need your payout.
Yeah, let's get that class going, man.
I would like to, man. If I had a little bit extra money, I'd do something for it or whatever, but I just don't know who would really run it. You know what I mean? I mean, it'd have to be a pretty good payout for a lot of guys to come from like how the modifieds did. I feel anyway.
Yeah. And it would draw big.
Hell, I keep my car at home, just go watch.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Be good. Thanks a lot, buddy.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. There you have it. Jason Kelly, legendary family. That was pretty cool. Great interview. Great guy. First time I've really ever talked with him. But that's what this show is all about, really, for me. So, having said that, let's see. Who have I got lined up? Let me look at my notepad. I've got tentatively. I know that Taylor Caulfield would like to come back on, we'll probably go ahead and do that. We've got maybe bring some guests in for the Jamie Campbell thing. I'd really like to put something together where we can talk about him and the memories, but we'll see. Keep you posted. Hope you're enjoying it. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you next Thursday night. Take it easy, folks. Be safe. Have fun. Keep on racing. Mm-hmm.